Good day, boys and girls. Murph here with a brand new series on my channel. What is it? It's this. You see, in 2006, the world was shaken to its core when Pixar's epic movie Cars was released into cinemas worldwide. Director John Lasseter, he managed to create like the perfect representation of what it would realistically be like to be a car. The 3D animation is even enough to put Proop to shame. All of this combined with the gripping voice work of Owen Wilson, it just makes for an incredible animated movie, or well, an incredible movie in general. One of the best of the decade in my eyes. This film actually has a special place in my heart, as it was the first film I ever saw in the cinema. Papa Murph took me, a 3-year-old me, to go and see the marvel that was Cars on the big screen. Well, I hated it. The audio was far too loud and I just couldn't take it. So 5 minutes into the film, when there was a fireworks scene, I remember this, I said to my dad, "Can you pause it?" So we ended up leaving, and how foolish I was missing out on a film of such epic proportions. Other than the soundtrack, the only thing more epic than the movie itself is the vast supply of metal die-cast automobiles produced based on the characters from the film. Due to the fact I was 3 years old and I loved the film, I wanted all of them. And while I was looking for something, I found every single one of them. So in this series, I'm going to be reviewing every single one of them, ranking it on a list of best to worst based on 3 categories: condition, colour, and coolness. So without further ado, let's hop right into the first review. Now, believe it or not, this Lightning is actually one of the rarest in the first wave set. It's a first edition of the titular character, so it's bound to go for quite a high price. So yeah, let's actually have a look. Yeah, right here. Yeah, it's on eBay for nearly 25k. Let's get on to reviewing this bad boy. First off, condition. Now, the first wave of these die-cast memorabilia automobile cars from the movie Cars, directed by John Lasseter, were made of titanium. They're near impossible to dent, scratch, and bend. Mint condition. Which, as you can see, is irrelevant when a 3-year-old is hitting the Lightning McQueen against Chick Hicks in order to simulate some sort of battle with more force than sliced bread. As you can see, Lightning has sustained lots of damage to the front and to the back, which unfortunately lowers the value to something around 18k. Despite some removal of paint, there's nothing missing or anything like that, like it's got all 4 wheels. This regular version of Lightning seems to be in pretty good condition, which means it was probably unloved and not played with. I was more of a fan of Ramon, so I'm going to give it condition a 3 out of 5. It could definitely be worse off. Next up, colour. Now, as you can see, Lightning McQueen is red. I'm not really a red guy. Red has an angry, alarming aura, and I'm not about that life. I'm more of a zen, laid-back pigeon with a mind filled with pastel blues. However, I'm willing to give Mr. McQueen a pass, as the red reflects his angry, brash nature. When Lightning gets the conch at the end of the second act, it truly shows the darkness of man's heart, and for that reason, for colour, I'm giving him a 2.5 out of 5. Finally, coolness. Now, it doesn't get much cooler than Lightning McQueen. If you set off on a train to Cool Town, you'd arrive right at his door. If you look deep inside the toy's eyes, you can see he's seen some shit, but there's lots of dark, repressed memories at the back of his mind. Nevertheless, Lightning remains resilient and sees the good in things, and there's nothing more cool than a growth mindset. Also, in a deleted scene from the movie Cars, Lightning McQueen is seen denying a hit from a marijuana cigar, showing that he knows what's cool and what isn't. You just can't fault Lightning McQueen's coolness, meaning I'm giving him a perfect 5 out of 5. So that gives classic Lightning McQueen a score of 10.5 out of 15. Pretty respectable, pretty impressive if you ask me. Placing him at the very top, but also the very bottom of the list. Come back next time, where we'll be looking at probably, maybe Mater, or another car from the film Cars, directed by John Lasseter and starring Owen Wilson. Also, subscribe here to Harris Murphy. Subscribe here to subscribe to Group Murph, and click here to watch a video you might like.